Listen up. These are signs that they are not genuine. These are things you need to know. We're protecting our energy. Number one is if they do things for you, but then guilt you about it later. If someone is doing something for you as a favor to you, or just to be nice, they should not bring it up later to get you to do something for them. Number two, people who say things that put you down. I don't know, I know so many people that just put up with people who say things that are so rude, and they'll be like, oh, like that's just how they are, they're just blunt. There's a difference between being honest and putting someone down. And lastly, do you think they genuinely care about you, want to get to know you, or do they just use you as like a transactional person, only when they need something? If so, we're cutting them out. I'm gonna expose the girls. Here's some girl secrets you may not know. Ladies, let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, if we go on your Instagram and we see like all these comments from other girls being like, you didn't post the one I wanted you to, or sarcastic flirting comments, wow, you're so cool, we instantly get the ick, okay? Because dealing with flirty friends that are girls is not fun. Girls will stay in a relationship long after they know it's not gonna work. And it's because we want to give out chances and we hope that you're gonna prove us wrong. And lastly, we cannot stand if you call us crazy or insane when we're just trying to express our emotions. Yeah, it's not cool. Not cool. Let me know if you want more tips. These are friendship red flags that we need to talk about. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, okay? You can disagree with me, but it's from my experience. Number one is if you're kind of a fallback option for them, like you're not their first person they ask to hang out. You're the person they ask when other people tell them no, or when they're just like insanely bored and have nothing to do. If when they get a significant other, they literally just forget you exist. Yeah. And this one's something a lot of people don't realize, when they love to make fun of you. Like, especially around other people, it's like their favorite thing to do. It's like what they find funny, to just make fun of you all the time. That's not cool. I don't understand people like this. This is how to not be dry or boring over text. If you're tired of having dry texting conversations, we all are. Let's fix that, okay? Number one is to ask open-ended questions. Asking yes or no questions is always the death of a text conversation, because if the other person just answers yes or no, like, you get nowhere. It's boring. So to get them to talk and spice up the conversation, ask open-ended questions. Number two, go into extra detail no matter what you're talking about. I promise it'll make the conversation more interesting if you send longer texts. And it convinces the other person to do the same. I cannot stress this enough. Go crazy on the emojis, okay? It's gonna make it more fun. And if all else fails, please ask to FaceTime. FaceTime is always better than texting, always more interesting, so if you can, just skip the texting. If you're going through it right now because you can't get over this one person, they are stuck in your head, or one thing somebody did to you is like stuck in your head, I want you to know that that happens way more often than you think. I don't know why we don't normalize taking months and years to get over something. Things can still hurt after a really long time. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone. It happens to everyone. We just don't talk about it for some reason. And you're gonna be okay. It fades. It fades. Trust me. People who are so incredibly hot have no plans on New Year's Eve. People who are the absolute best looking will be sitting on their couch this year with no New Year's kiss. Things I did to level up my confidence this year. Some of these are gonna seem kind of stupid, but they all contributed to me being where I am, which is so much more confident than when the year started. Trust me. So let's get into it. Number one, journaling. Journaling keeps you so on track with your goals. And like the months that I journaled, I realized that I accomplished way more than the months that I didn't journal. Doing things for myself. I took a trip to Hawaii and I was there for about a month. And this was like my first trip without my family. But even if you can't take a major trip, having time by yourself to discover who you are, key. Another thing I did is I was kind of ruthless this year with who I cut off. Like, this might sound mean, but it's not mean. It is just having standards for yourself. If someone made me feel like crap, or they said something that made me feel like crap, sure, I gave people second chances, but I would immediately cut them off until they proved to me that they were worth being in my life. You cannot waste time on people who are gonna drag you down. I will say that till the end of time. I honestly have so much more, so let me know if you want a part two. Okay, these are tips that you need for college. Listen up and thank me later, okay? Push out of your comfort zone. You will not regret it, trust me. Join a bunch of different clubs, meet all these different groups of people so that you can figure out who you really are, what you're into, develop some new hobbies. It's so helpful, especially for making friends. On top of that, getting involved in general is just super important. It sounds cliche, I know. And if you're not really into clubs, try ambassador programs. They're such a fun and easy way to build your resume. Here's an example of what they usually look like. You can literally build your resume while getting free products. This is a really fun one because Jostens makes high school and college apparel, so I'll put the link to this one in my bio. Okay, listen up. Being friends with someone who's competitive is sometimes the most toxic type of friendship. These are some signs that they are the competitive friend. Number one, they're like not happy for you whenever anything good happens. I don't know about you, but I want my friends to be like, yes, hyping me up whenever something good happens to me. It's not that they're necessarily mean, but they give you a weird energy whenever something good happens to you. Number two, they're constantly trying to like one-up you. This can be very subtle, so people don't realize it. But sometimes it could just be like a quick snarky comment or just like mentally in their head. They're keeping track of how well you're doing, and that's their goal, is to just be better. Watch out for these types of friends. I love you guys, and I don't want you to go through that. Things girls will simp for, trust me. It's not that hard to make girls happy, TBH, but if you're not creative, here are some ideas. If we mention something really small that we like, for example, a specific flavor of bubble tea, I don't know, I like bubble tea, but anyway, and you get us that specific flavor of bubble tea as a surprise, we will love you. It doesn't always have to be big things. If you plan a FaceTime date, FaceTime dates are elite and so cute. Like a lot of people are just like, oh, do you want to FaceTime? But you know how you're gonna stand out? You're gonna be like, I picked out this movie, we should watch it on FaceTime. So cute. And third, talking about things that you want to do with us, it's like the best. If a guy has all these ideas, like, oh, I want to take you here, I want to do this, like just ambition, just a lot of ideas, he gets creative. We love that. So be creative, come up with dates. You got this.